Hello everyone, today we are talking about 5 airport mistakes that may cost you valuable time and money. So you definitely want to avoid these 5 things if you possibly can. Mistake number 1 is not physically going to your gate. Now, stopping to eat or shop or kind of explore different stores in the airport is all fun, but you definitely want to go to your gate, physically go to your gate and look at it. This is something I absolutely must do. I can't function until I know specifically where my gate is. Generally speaking, after I find my gate, I explore different stores, go get something to eat around that area. I have been in too many airports where I thought the gate was closer than it was, but then I had to take some stairs, go around the corner, even take a train to actually get to my gate. This also helps if my gate is reassigned. I'm close and familiar with the area, so if I get to my gate and I see it's been reassigned, I can kind of pack up and move to a different area. Now, if you think you are close to your gate and you're actually not, and let's say your gate gets reassigned, and let's say the original gate was actually further than what you initially thought it was. So you're actually taking the time to get to the original gate, and then you get to the gate and realize it's actually been reassigned and it's actually further away than it was from your starting point. So definitely go straight to your gate. Explore, eat around that area, and stay up to date just in case you may have any gate reassignments. Number 2 is not checking in before you get to the airport. Now, this is also something I'm a stickler on. I do think I have some type of travel anxiety, but I am checking in at that 24-hour mark. I never wait until I get to the airport. Half the time, I don't even really wait till the morning of or the day of my flight. I'm always checking in around that 24-hour mark, because I feel like checking in before you actually get to the airport, if there's any information, any problems or anything like that, you'll be aware of it. If you wait till the morning of your flight or till you get to the airport, there may be some issues that could have been taken care of before you actually got to the airport. Or if there are some issues, you are aware of them and maybe you can get to the airport a little bit sooner. On a recent flight to Spain, for some reason, I could not check in to any of my flights. I flew American Airlines and Iberia. So for whatever reason, I could not check into any of these flights. And I was like full of anxiety because once again, I'm the one who's like, I need to check in. I need to see that I have a ticket and all of these things. So I was definitely a little anxious. So just because of that reason, I got to the airport a little bit early, checked in, and also I was unable to check in with Iberia. And I think that's just because it's based in Spain, but I was able to ask the agent some questions about what to do next and how to get my boarding pass and all of that, and she gave me some valuable information. So I was able to get to the airport and get that information, and it kind of gave me a bit of ease going throughout the rest of my trip because I kind of knew what to expect and I kind of knew what to do. So definitely try to check in prior to getting to the airport, even the morning of, just in case there's some issues or even missing information, because you don't want to take up a lot of time trying to figure those things out when you get to the airport, because you definitely run into the risk of missing your flight if you're running late or there are long lines. Mistake number 3 is overweight luggage. Now, I've personally never had overweight luggage, probably because the fee for overweight luggage is about $100. And I just ain't into paying fees that I don't have to. So I'm always kind of particular about how much my suitcase weighs. So I generally check the weight of my suitcase before I leave home 1 or 2 ways. I recently got a digital scale from Amazon, a digital luggage scale. It's about $10 I got off Amazon, and you can actually weigh your luggage that way. I think that way may give you a more precise number. But another way you can do this is by stepping on your home scale with you holding your suitcase and get that number. Then you'll step off, put your suitcase down, and then step back on the scale to weigh yourself, and you subtract the 2 numbers, and the number you get is about how much your suitcase weighs. Mistake number 4 is not wearing comfortable travel clothes. Now, you definitely want to look presentable and like you're a part of society, because I've definitely seen some very questionable and interesting travel ensembles, but you don't want to be so overly dressed, because remember, you do have to go through security. So you want to wear something that you can easily get through security with. You don't want to wear like a lot of jewelry and things that you'll have to take off. You also want to make sure that you're dressing so that you can prepare for being hot or cold. This is definitely something I like to do. For the most part, I'm cold natured, so I'm always gonna have some type of jacket, but I do make sure that I have a couple of layers. So if I do get hot, I can easily take a jacket off or maybe a hoodie and kind of cool down. But if I get cold, generally speaking, I get cold, especially on the plane, I do have a jacket I can put on. So make sure you're wearing something comfortable to accommodate being hot or cold, and also getting through security. Shoes are also a really big factor. You want to make sure you're wearing comfortable shoes because you want to be able to pick up the pace just in case you're running a bit behind, or God forbid, become a runner. I mean, I've never had to be a runner as of yet, but in the case you have to be a runner, you want some shoes where you can kind of get around the airport in and also carry and lug around your carry-on. And mistake number 5 is double checking any documents and things like that. So if you've had to put like any visa information or passport information in an app or write it down or anything like that, you definitely want to double check this information because this can cost you a lot of valuable time if things are not matching up like in a computer system or in an app as it does your actual physical passport or visa. So you definitely want to double check any documents and make sure all the information is correct. If you're being asked to fill out any information and they say, write this down exactly how it appears on your license or exactly how it appears on your passport, you want to do that. Don't just assume like, I don't have to put my middle name. Because I've actually done this, I don't think while traveling, but I have done this like while filling out paperwork, and they're like, no, we want it to look exactly how it appears on your driver's license. So make sure you're doing this, because if not, and things are not matching up, it can cost you a lot of time and possibly even miss your flight. So be sure to be double checking those documents and making sure everything is matching up. So those are the 5 travel mistakes I always try to avoid anytime I'm traveling. And whenever I do try to avoid these, it makes my travel experience a lot more pleasant. So are you guilty of any of these travel mistakes? Comment down below and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.